Hello guys, it's Luke from the Free Hammers here. Welcome to All the Gear, No Idea, the show that I do on weekends where you control the topics, you control the questions, and you control where the show goes. I've got the computer, I've got the internet. If you've not subscribed here already, please do. But let's get on with the show. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you are too. Hello guys, how are we doing? Welcome back to the Free Hammers live one. I'm only doing a live one because my missus is out and I've got a bit of time. So yeah, I thought I'd do a little live show, 45 minutes or so. If it goes that long, it may be shorter, maybe longer. Who knows? So yeah, I thought we'd build up to Man United, talk about it, see what you guys think, and and also discuss obviously the Soucek thing. Now it has been rescinded, which is great news for us. That's what we want. If you want to join the show, actually, do you know what? I will. If you want to join in. I'll put the link in the chat, and if you want to come on for 5 minutes, have a little talk, tell me what you thought of the Soucek card and what you think of the Manchester United game ahead. All you have to do is click on that link. I'm only going to let one person on at a time, so you might be sitting in the special green room for a little while. But yeah, if you want to come on, click that link, and then you're welcome to come on. So yeah, the main thing, obviously, at the moment is Soucek's red card rightly rescinded. Absolute joke of a decision. I'm really happy that it was. Soucek is not that sort of character at all, and it's not the sort of thing we need to see. I think if anything, Mitrovic should have got a retrospective ban, for overacting and stuff. So in terms of Man United game, I've got loads of notes. That's it. I just wanted to refer to them. So in the FA Cup, Manchester United have beaten Watford 1-0, and then they beat Liverpool 3-2, didn't they? Good news ahead, though. Obviously, Pogba got injured for them. A guy who's got good record against us, like scoring against us, doesn't he? The last game was 3-3. They played quite well in that game, but obviously Everton, came back and fought really, really well. And here's Andy to join me. Hello, Andy, mate. How's it going?
Not bad, thank you.
Yeah, really good, mate. Really good. Where do you want to start? Soucek, red card rescinded. Should we talk about that first?
Our best mate, Mike Dean.
Yeah, mate. As soon as he walked over there, I said to my old man, I turned to him, I went, he's off. He's off. Whether he's done it or not, he's off.
Yeah. No. It was just frustrating, mate. But like I said, I've heard a few people talk about it as well. It's just lucky it weren't the 60th minute of the game, because that could have lost us a point. I think we definitely would have lost if we went down to 10 men. But it was just, I've never seen David Moyes like that as a West Ham manager. Do you know his interviews after the game? And I think that just proves just how crucial he is to our side as well, to be honest.
100%, mate. Listen, when Mark came on, it was just too slow in the midfield, weren't it? It's not the same like athleticism in the team. Even though they all looked tired on Saturday, to be fair. Everyone looked a bit tired, didn't they? Yeah.
No, they did. They did, mate. But I just think he made the choices at the wrong time, to be perfectly honest. In my opinion, I think you should have. I think West Ham Fan TV said exactly the same. You should have left Ben Rama or Bowen on for another 10 minutes. You shouldn't have done both at the same time. Yarmolenko didn't offer nothing, and I think that just it's just a shame, really. It was a
bit gutted that Becker weren't on the bench either, for me, to be honest with you, mate.
Yeah, no, I think that was, but the way I see it is, at the start of the week, I would have took 4 points. I would have expected a point at Villa and 3 at Fulham, so I'm not really that disheartened. So that's the way I sort of see as a
I suppose it was just the wrong way round, weren't they? I think we all would have took a point at Villa, like you say, mate.
But no, it is what it is, and I was so raging because normally I do a fan cam and stuff on like West Ham Fan TV, but I was just too angry on Saturday, mate. I just couldn't do it.
Too. I did my review the day after. I would have gone crazy. I think I would have lost my temper.
But no, the thing is, what we've got to learn is VAR is meant to come in to help people, and it just hasn't.
Yes, James, it is okay to come on. Yes, you'll come on after Andy. I'm going to let one person at a time. I'm going to let them have the channel. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, no, that's the bit what's frustrating, mate. To be honest, I'm really hacked off with VAR at the minute. And the thing is, with Mike Dean, I don't condone of the death threats and stuff. What is apparently, but that's not to that extreme. But I'd love to see the evidence. I'm not trying to be like start political or anything, but he's not on social media, so I'd like to know how he did get it or some examples. I'm not saying he's lying, but could the Premier League be saying that just to get him out of the break. Do you know what I mean?
It
A
could be,
week
mate.
away. It could,
Yeah.
but
The other thing I wanted to talk about, mate, we've got about another 5 minutes before I let I think his name's James on. Man United, mate. I'm not confident at all. I'll be honest with you, mate. I'm really not confident unless we pick up our performance, and we don't look as tired. Obviously, Moisey said about Antonio today, didn't he? Saying that he's feeling a bit fatigued. And what do you make of the game, mate? What are you expecting?
I'll take an extra time and penalties. I think it will be a really scrappy game. Especially with Pogba missing for them is a big bonus for us because I think
scoring against us, doesn't he?
He loves scoring against us, and I think the way forward to be really, really positive in that game is I'd put Bowen up front.
Yeah, I was going to say, who would you put up front? Bowen, Yarmolenko, or Beku starting?
I wouldn't get no disrespect to him. I'd probably put Fornals in for Antonio. That would be my change. And put maybe Benrahma. Fornals done well on the right when he come on at Villa, so maybe put Fornals there. Or they could even swap around, Benrahma through the middle or whatever. I think them three alternating could be a big bonus for us. And I think the only disadvantage to us, I think Henderson will probably be in goal tomorrow. I would love,
good goal.
But yeah, he's a very good goalkeeper. I'd love him at West Ham personally. I don't think we could ever have afford him on.
It's a lot of dough. There's a lot of good goalkeepers in the Premier. He's actually talking about in work today. Darlow, Dubravka, Pope. There's some really good goalies out there. The one at Fulham.
I'm not worried. I know their forwards are very, very dangerous, but I think our defence will be able to cope. I'll probably see maybe Dawson maybe being rested tomorrow and maybe Barbrena coming in. I think, or that's the only real. I'm just really gutted. I love Creswell, but I just don't want him to get a bit. He's getting on a bit now. We just haven't got no cover for a left back. I know we've got Johnson, but I can't see Creswell getting dropped for that. But.
Yeah. Last one for you, mate. What's your best memories of West Ham Manchester United? I've written mine down. It was obviously the Paolo Di Canio, that one, because I was there when I was 16. What's your memories of?
Probably the 2-2 with Man United when was it?
Joe Cole returned. Was that when Joe Cole returned?
No, it was really ages ago when we drew 2-2. When we were 2-0 down, like under Harry Redknapp. Yeah, I think it was Di Canio and Soucek. I think going back in.
Bloody hell!
It was when Beckham scored that. He always scores a great free kick, but I remember that one. I was only young. I think I was only like 8 when I was there, but Beckham back in the day was that. And my second one would have to be going out was when we beat them 2-1 when Anton Ferdinand and scored.
New Year's Day.
No, I was only young. I was only young again, but they're the games what stick to mind. So it'll probably be them two, mate. To be honest.
Nice one, mate. Right, cheers, Andy, for joining us, mate. I'm going to let James in. Appreciate it, Andy. Take it easy, mate. Bye. See you later.
Bye.
Take it easy, mate. Right, James, how's it going, mate? Nice to see you again.
How you doing, Luke? You all right, mate?
Good, mate. Really good. Right, we'll start with Thomas Soucek, mate. What do you make of that? What do you make? It's been rescinded, right?
It was disgraceful, wasn't it? Let's be honest. Like, it was an insult to football, and top referees all over the world. Really, some of them. Like, in England, there's not any decent refs. And it's very sort of it's being sort of softened up over here. Like, in certain countries, that would have been let go. And if they would have given Soucek a yellow card there, it would have been harsh, but it would have been like, you know what, it's a yellow. Like, just give him a yellow card and get on with it.
Yeah, just to shut everything up.
Yeah, they made a mountain out of a molehill there, and this blew up. And basically, it was just a disgrace. Really, I really lost me rag on Saturday night.
Oh, so did I.
Yeah, it was one of them ones where it was like, and it's ironic that the VAR bloke, Lee Mason, is our 4th official tomorrow night.
Oh,
like,
I know, you
just couldn't.
I was proper losing it. I was going, he's a bloody Spurs fan. I can't stand this. Get his out.
It was just bad. Like, it was just, and I'm glad it's all sorted now, because if it hadn't have been rescinded, I think it would have been literally like it was an embarrassment, really, as for referees. Like, it was just an embarrassment. And for him thinking that he had a clenched fist is like, that's a bit over the top, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Massive,
So,
I'm so glad it's been rescinded, because them 3 games he would have missed. You know, Man United, Sheffield United, and I think Spurs would have been the next one.
yeah.
You know, they're massive games, massive games that we can't be affording to lose a midfielder that good.
Basically, our next 3 games will probably decide where our season's headed. Like, tomorrow night is a big one. I'm not confident about tomorrow night, if I'm honest. Not after the way we played next week.
Like, what are your feelings on tomorrow, mate?
After the Fulham game, if you'd have asked me after the Villa game, I would have said to you, you know what? Right, we've got a great chance to go up there. We play Fulham, and Fulham completely outplayed us. Like, literally, for 90 minutes. Like, forget the Soucek thing, but for 90 minutes, they had all the chances and everything. Now we're going up to Manchester. And I think what's done it for me more than anything is their late goal against Everton, because now they're gonna want to come out.
Yeah, they want to hurt someone.
Yeah, they want to sort of put someone to the sword. Do you know what I mean, sort of thing? So I think it's going to be a tough game tomorrow. I'm not optimistic though, but nothing would surprise me if we go up there and it goes 120 minutes. Like, it goes all the way to penalty. Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah,
who do you see playing up front for us, mate? Who do you think is going to be up front?
I want the young lad, Odebekio, is it?
Yeah, I do as well. Yeah.
I think it's made for him. I think Antonio is like, he needs a rest. Like, and this is the thing where I've been saying it for the last month now. We need a striker at the club, and they just passed it aside, and now it could come back and bite us. But this young lad, he needs to start tomorrow. He's ex-Man United.
He's ex-Man United player. Yeah. And
he's a good player. He's scoring goals in the under-23s. He needs to, like, even if you put him on for 60 minutes, just get him on there. Like, if we can keep them contained for 60 minutes, 70 minutes, then we can hit them on the break. All right. I wouldn't change it massively, but it's a big game for both clubs, isn't it? Like, it could go one or two ways. Like, tomorrow we'll decide.
What players would you be changing? Would you be looking at maybe bringing Fornals back in or something like that?
Yeah, Fornals goes straight back in for me. He has to. Like, he has to play in front of Lingard tomorrow, because obviously Lingard's cut. Yeah, and I think if it was me, I might even think about changing the system. A 4-2-3-1 system away from home. Like, I find when we go back to wing backs, away from home, we're a completely different team. Like, we played Leicester away and we went with wing backs and we played well. And I think we played against Wolves at home, like, early in the season before got injured. So if we try and go up there and match them, because that's what they're probably going to come out as, 4-2-3-1. I can see them going and playing Matic, Van der Beek, probably Henderson are going goal. Probably got Martial will probably start for them. So they're going to have some of their top boys playing. And I just think it's just going to go. I reckon it's going to be tight at the start, and then obviously
they'll bring on Fernandez and people like that, and then they'll come and ruin us.
Yeah. But you know what? It's one of them ones. Nothing would surprise me with West Ham, and you know it, Luke, yourself. Nothing would surprise us if we go up there and win. Do you know what I mean? It's just like
typical West Ham, though, mate, wouldn't it? It'd be typical us to go and do that. Yeah. What's your? I asked it to Andy, mate. Last question: what's your best memories of West Ham, Manchester United through the years? FA Cup or Premier League, it doesn't matter.
It's got to be Di Canio's goal, isn't it? And Partey's giving
moment,
away. Was that 99? Was that 99?
No, mate,
or was that 2000?
You know what? It came up the other day. It was 20 years ago. It was 2001. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I remember that. I'll never forget that. That was on. I didn't go. I was sitting around my mate's house, and we set up. And obviously, I've gone around. I think I was only about 2001. I must have only been about 14. And I'm expecting us to get hammered, like all their top players and all that. And then, I was dancing around his living room.
It's amazing, mate. It's amazing. Amazing day. Amazing day. It's a shame, because I remember the next round we played Tottenham in that, and we went out because Stuart Pearce scored a free kick at Upton Park. In the next round, amazing day.
You had Yeah, I remember that. You had Stuart Pearce, and I think you had Redrov for us.
Yeah,
Sergei
Redbov goal from Sergei Redbov. Yeah. And do you remember Todorov scored for us? Do you remember that?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Luke. We've had some crap strikers over the years.
Yeah, definitely, mate, definitely. Right,
So,
mate.
I just want to ask you this, Luke, before I go.
Yeah.
Right, I've been thinking about it. Right, Antonio. Right.
Yeah.
Would you class him as a legend at West Ham?
I think, you know what, I was having this discussion the other day with brother-in-law and what I think there's a difference between a legend and a hero.
Yeah.
And a hero. You know, like we look at like Colton Cole as a hero, Antonio's a hero. Yeah. He's definitely not a legend though. He's a hero.
But if he beats Di Canio's goal record, which is only 7 away now.
Yeah, you've got a fair point, mate.
It's a very, because you know what, I was thinking about it. I thought I'd ask you, and I'm going to ask a few other people like during the week. But I thought I'd ask you and think, well, what do you think about it? Because with me, I'll tell you quick. He scored the first goal at Stratford. He scored the last goal at Upton Park. He scored the last time we played Spurs at Upton Park, the winner. He scored the first goal at Spurs in the new ground. He's it's an hard one. You are right though. It's a difference between a legend and a hero. If you look at it, it's a very. If he goes and beats Di Canio's record, he's got to be in the running. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, mate. That is a valid point, mate. He would definitely be in the conversation, wouldn't he? Because
I think he's the only West Ham player to ever score 4 goals in the Premier League in a match.
Oh yeah, in a match, definitely. Yeah.
So I thought I'd leave that. I thought I'd leave that with you,
quickly, because I know Paul said like on a similar player like Scott Parker. Where do you lie with someone like Scott Parker in terms of West Ham?
I think he done a good job for us. But at the end, it all went bad because we got relegated when he was with Avram Grant in the I think it was 2011 season or 2011-2012 season. So it's a tricky one. Like with Scott Parker, he
3 times Hammer of the Year. That's what I always argue. 3 times Hammer of the Year in a row. The only other players to do that is Billy Bonds, Dix, and Brookin. I think. You know, like you're in a massive conversation there with the players.
It is I understand that, but the team we had then was awful. Let's be honest. The team, and the players we had there, some of the players weren't fit to wear the shirt. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that's a very tricky one. But I was looking at it and I was seeing his goal record, Antonio, and he's only 7 behind Di Canio in the Premier League standings.
Yeah, I think he's on 40, isn't he? I think Di Canio was 47, wasn't it?
Yeah. And I think to myself, if you look at it, if he should beat that. He should beat that. I can see him scoring 8 goals in the next 2-3 years. But it's a good debate, that one.
Yeah, mate. That's a good one to do a show on. Actually, I might ask Paul that next time we do a podcast in a week. I might ask that out, mate. It's a good one. Yeah.
Because I just think to myself, he's played near enough in every position other than goalkeeper, I think, Antonio. If you really sort of...
you've got to give it to him, innit? And in every position, he's done well, hasn't he? Right back, right wing, striker. Yeah. Yeah.
He's just, as I say, mate, that's a good debate for you boys to have.
Cheers for coming on again, James, mate. Really appreciate it. Hopefully talk to you again next weekend, hopefully, yeah. Take it easy, mate.
No worries, mate.
See you later, mate. Take it easy. Enjoy the game tomorrow. See you later. Okay, right. So let's go in the comments. Does the rescinded red card make an apology for a decision, and is it forgiven? I would never forgive Mike Dean for the decision he's made. I'm glad it has been rescinded. But you know what, Mitch? I compare it to I think you are a Liverpool fan, if I remember. So you might not remember this game. I compare it to a game where Chiatti got sent off against Crystal Palace in the last season at Upton Park. And, we was well on for Champions League that year. And we had a couple. I think we had the record that season for the most rescinded red cards. And I know the Soucek one didn't affect the game as such. But then I look back at these red cards that have been rescinded in the past for West Ham. And that season, that 15-16 season, the players were sent off at key times, and a rescinded red card, depending on the time of the game, can't be forgiven, And that's exactly what Andy said, Luckily, it didn't happen in the 60th minute. If Antonio's not fit to play, I'd play Thomas as a false 9 for Nails next to Deck. That's a good shout, mate. That's a good idea, He's mobile and big Soucek. He's good in the air. He will cause a bit like Fellaini, really, isn't it? So it's probably a really good shout, actually, because Fellaini used to play up front, didn't he, for Manchester United? So, it's a good shout, mate. Matt Ryan is on loan at Arsenal. If they don't make it permanent, would be a great signing. Best distributor in the league. Mate, there's loads of good goalies out there, like I say. Newcastle have got 2. Darlow, Dubravka. You've got Areola, the one who played against us for Fulham. Henderson, Pope. Fabianski's a great goalie. It's just age is not on his side. There's some fantastic goalies out there. There really, really is. And it's definitely a position we need to be looking at within the next year or two. Mike Dean is a Tranmere fan, Luke. Yeah, I know. But there's always like Tottenham stuff with him as well. There's that famous clip of him like running off like that and when they've scored. I knew as soon as he swayed over to look, he was going to send him off. It's always been about him. He is, mate. As soon as it was Dean and it was, he's going to walk over there. He watched the clip. I think Nicky said it. He watched the clip 22 times. 22 times. And remember what VAR is about. Clear and obvious. If you need to watch a clip 22 times, it's not clear and obvious then, is it? So if you hadn't given it before they had told you, and he was looking right at it when it happened, it was never a red. It never, ever, ever, ever a red. Sufyan says, hey, lads. Hey, mate. So I assume this is your memories, mate. Di Canio in 01, Defoe in 02, Tevez in 07. Yes, I've got some great memories. I've got some really bad ones as well written on this bit of paper as well. So 2016, these are just FA Cup. We lost 2-1. That was obviously after the Payet amazing free kick at Old Trafford. In 2013, we lost in the FA Cup to Wayne Rooney. Again, it was a replay. If you remember, there was a 2-2 at Upton Park. Ginge scored 2 on Joe Cole's return to the club. 2003, oh, God. I remember going, do you remember when West Ham, Upton Park, they used to show it on the screens, the matches, away matches sometimes. You pay a £5 to go and watch it. And it was 6-0. 6-0 we lost that game. That was awful. That was like revenge for the 2001 game. So yeah, there's some really good memories, but there's also some terrible, terrible ones as well. Not trying to say he's more of a legend than Di Canio, but he's a legend. It's a good discussion. Paolo's my god, so no one suppresses Paolo for my lifetime. Obviously, you've got legends of the club, Bobby Moore and Dix and Brooklyn and stuff. But for player that I've seen, so I didn't see Bobby, I didn't see Brooklyn or Bonds. Paolo's my legend. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's my legend. Antonio's a cult hero on the cusp of a legend status if he stays for us for the rest of his career. Yeah, now I agree. Yeah, cusp of a legend. That's a good one. Cult hero's a good one. Yeah, like cult hero like Christian Daly, Repkas, Shaka Islops, you know what I mean? Like cult heroes. But then I ask you guys a question then. So where's someone like Trevor Sinclair sit in that conversation then? Because Trevor Sinclair to me, what a player for us. Do you know what I mean? Good to see the card rescinded. Hard game against United. Odebeku got to play 45 minutes. But fans are so up and down. One game good and we're beating everyone. One game bad and we're worse. Keep level-headed. I agree, mate. Listen, if we still only finish 8th this year, it's fantastic season. If we finish 9th, it's progress from last season. Whatever happens now, between now and the end of the season, it will be a progressed season. And listen, we all get greedy. I know Gio said it on Hammer's chat the other day. You get greedy, when it's there to be taken, the Champions League places and stuff like that. You want it now. You want it. And, it is short steps, little baby steps to that, to become consistent side. And that's what Dave is building, And the only fear I have between now and the end of the season, and it sort of showed in the Fulham game, is we might start showing a little bit of fatigue and getting a bit tired now because them boys out there have played a lot of football. Chiatti red card against Palace was a disgrace. Was at that game. Yep, I was at that game as well. Hello to Jake. Hey, going, mate. Hope you're doing well. I think Nick Pope is the best goalkeeper in the league. Fantastic goalie, mate. Fantastic goalie. Whether West Ham could afford him, I doubt it very much. Not for me. Soucek gets goals from deep runs. Playing with his back to goal and holding the ball up is very different. And we'd miss him in CM. So, again, these are all valid points. Newcastle have 3 quality goalkeepers. Freddie Woodman as well. I'd like us to go for him, My mate in work, talks about their goalkeepers all the time. I don't see the motive behind watching 22 times other than trying to make the papers the next day. Again, it just creates drama for him, doesn't it? Who else remembers Dan Potts playing in a 2013 game? I do. I was at the Arsenal game, actually, when Dan Potts, did he break his neck or something, or crack his neck? I remember the injury was horrendous. And I think that was one of the last games that Dan Potts played for West Ham. But, because he looked okay, didn't he, little young Dan Potts? But after that injury, that was it, really. James says, great chat. I think Antonio beats Di Canio's record for goals and we win the cup, and has to be a legend. Different. See, if you're adding cup in there, mate, and especially for West Ham, in terms of how many times we've won it, and it's been 40 odd years since we've won one, anyone who wins a cup with West Ham, that whole team becomes legend. This year, if we won the FA Cup, you're talking about Soucek forever. You're talking about Rice forever. You're talking about Ogbonners, all of them. If we won the FA Cup this year, that totally, surmounts it. The 1980s team. We talk about that, and I weren't even alive. 1985, I was just alive. Do you know what I mean? So if you win the FA Cup, you automatically get that legend status, especially at a club the size of West Ham. It's part of being a West Ham fan. It's part of being a fan. You build yourself up to knock yourself down. Big highs, big lows, we're all fickle. It's the hope that kills you, mate. It's a famous line, isn't it? The hope that kills you. You lose 2 or 3 games in a row and you give it all of this is crap. I can't watch this crap. I can't put myself through it. And then I know what I go through personally this year. What I've gone through this year is we've win loads of games, and then I get in that mindset of, oh, I'm so nervous I can't watch this game. Or I'm really looking forward to it. We're a really good club, but I can't allow myself to believe we're a good club because it's just the West Ham mentality. I don't know how you guys think of that. I've never seen us win at Old Trafford. So if we win tomorrow, I think that shows that this is the best team I've seen in my lifetime. I've been at Old Trafford twice and I haven't seen this. Was it a loss or not? I can't remember. So I went obviously the Di Canio one I went, and then I went one where I think I remember Kevin Nolan scoring. I think it was either 1-1 or we lost it late 2-1. I can't remember. That's the only 2 times I've been to Old Trafford. I sadly wasn't there for the Payet free kick. I would have loved that. More Bonds or Brooking, who would you pick out of them? Now, not seen them play. I've only seen the YouTube clips of them. Listen, Tricky Trev looked unbelievable. Technical player. Played for England as well. Looked really, really ahead of his time. Billy Bonds, just an absolute animal and such a longevity in his career and a real leader of men. Bobby's Bobby, with Bobby, you're putting him in conversations of gods. Do you know what I mean? We're not just talking West Ham. We're talking football in general. At the end of the day, in that conversation, you have to say Bobby Moore. There is only one man, one English man, that has a statue outside Wembley because of his, what he's done to English football. And Bobby Moore has to be the one. There's no doubt about it. I've never seen the man play. He's not had the impact on me that people like Paolo have had and Payet have had because I didn't see him play. But great game. You have to put Bobby in there. Do you know what I mean? My legend is always Scott Parker. My dad is. I love Scotty. I do. Listen, I was hurt when he went to Tottenham. We all were. I wouldn't mind him being our manager in a couple of years' time once he's done his stuff properly. They play some beautiful football for them. You can't deny that. And you put a couple of players with some quality that could score goals. They're beating West Ham 5 or 6-0 at the weekend, and they've few times this season. You know, they've looked fantastic. I love the way they play football. You know, and in a few years' time, if Moyes is, you know, ready to retire or ready to pass on the, you know, the club in a good position to someone, then I wouldn't be aghast to having Scotty Parker take over me. My God will always be Dimmy. Dimmy was such a fantastic player, but it's just a shame the way he left. Di Canio is God for West Ham. He is. He's God, mate. He's God. He's my God. The one person who's not a legend for West Ham is Frank Lampard Jr. Good player, though. Listen, and it hurts me to say that. I hate him. Absolutely hate him. But, yeah, he was a good player, Frank. But, yeah, hate him. I love Joe Cole as well. I absolutely love Joe. We lost 2-1 on that day. Nolan had one chalked off later. Yes, Rooney got sent off. I remember. Did he chop down in or something like that? I do remember that. It's coming back to me now, yeah. And I think Van Persie scored, didn't he? Yeah, I do remember that. Rooney, I think Downing was clean through, and then Rooney just absolutely chopped him, didn't he? I do remember that. I want European football next year, but would like to be top team in London so it can give it to anyone from London. FA Cup would be a dream. Been out for 40 years, definitely, mate. Yeah, I'm having a lot of banter in work with an Arsenal fan, another PE teacher I work with, really, really funny guy. I texted him the weekend about the Sheffield. Who did they lose to? Villa, weren't it? I texted him like, "You okay, mate? You okay?" And I got nothing back. And he's always said, in his lifetime, he's quite a young lad. I think he's only about 24. He said that West Ham have never ever finished above Arsenal. And he goes, it can't happen this season. 9 points clear, mate. I tell you what, it definitely can happen this year, mate. Kenny and Parker are my two idols. Yeah, but not bad idols to have, mate. What's been our best manager in your lifetime, Luke? Would it be Harry Redknapp era? Yeah, Harry, you know, Harry, my first season ticket was Harry era. This is how spoiled I was. My first season ticket was the year Paolo scored the goal, you know, the scissor goal. You know, what illusion I was under then, you know, so this is how West Ham play all the time, is it? So this is West Ham. They're a fantastic team, lovely, attractive football, beat loads of teams and finished 7th that year as well. Some great memories under Harry, you know, European nights as well, you know, Steaua Bucharest, Metz, FC Jokerit, I remember one of our first games. Great times. The guy I'm going to say is a Marmite character, but Pardew Knife gave us a great season. You know, that year we got into the FA Cup. That was such a great season. And we played some beautiful football that year, some beautiful football. It was really good, progressive young team. And then obviously you've got to give Slav a shout because, you know, that last season at Upton Park was special. It was, you know, it's the best season I've ever experienced as a West Ham fan. Yeah, it's either that Harry's 5th year, you know, when we finished 5th with Harry, or it's, the Bilic year with Payet. You know, there's some great memories, great memories. Would you keep or stop VAR next season? That's a good question. I don't like it. I think the problem with it is it's not black and white. You know, it's not a yes and no. Like goal line technology, it's a goal. It's not a goal. There's no grey areas with it. When you're still relying on a human being to make the call, that's where the issues are. It's not VAR as technology. It's the way it's used and the rules that are in place for it. There's a lot that needs to be done with it. You know, the consistency. You know, we all thought, and I'll sit here and say it, we all thought when VAR comes in, it's all going to even out, you know, and everyone will get decisions, It's still, you know, it still favours the big team to a certain extent. You know, if Bruno Fernandes, if Salah goes over in the box for Liverpool, it's a penalty. And that's, you know, players will take that chance now rather going down, knowing that, well, at least it's going to get looked at. It's going to get looked at. We've not had a penalty this season. So, you know, VAR is not coming to our play. Do you know what I mean? And there has been at least 2 occasions that I can think of top of my head that should have been penalties for us. Yeah, so it's not the technology that's the problem. It's the fact that it's still human beings that need to make the final decision, mate. Unpopular opinion, but I think we were a bit harsh on Frank. The one defence I'll have of Frank, okay, and I will never say this again. If my uncle and my dad have been sacked, I think I'd want to go as well. I think I'd be a bit bitter. Even though it's the club I love and the club that have made me, I think I would also be a little bit better. The thing I hate about Frank is the fact that he slags us off all the time. He was blatantly trying to get Declan Rice, because he thought we would rock the boat at West Ham. He loves upsetting us. He loves dropping in little comments. Yeah, I can't stand him. Just imagine what a team we would have had if we would have, kept our players, John Terry, Sol, Lampard, Cole, Carrick, Johnson, Defoe and Rhea. Listen, that team would have been winning the league, mate, if we would have kept hold of some of them. It's great to have this chat on a Monday. It's rare that I get to have these chats. Is there much to be excited about next year if the board continue to not back the manager? He's doing the best we can with the money given. Why is it when we're having a great season, there's no backing? It's true, mate. It's true. I did my video, didn't I, straight after the transfer window finished, about my frustrations and the message it sends out to people like Soucek and people like Rice in terms of, ambition and where we want to go in the future. It is frustrating. But one thing I always say on this show, mate, recently as well, within the last year or two, we've got less of them left than what we've had of them. And I think that is where you need to keep your positivity. We've gone through a lot of crap, and I think forever they remain there, whether it's another 2 years, whether it's another 3 years. It's still going to be very limited and asset stripping, which is unfortunate, but we haven't got long left of them. We haven't. I like to think that way, mate. My favourite manager, oh, Jesus Christ. Sufyan, I'm not even going to start that row again. I like you, mate. I'd like to stop it, but it won't stop. Definitely. Dix, DiCanio, Pyatt, for all different reasons. Dix, what a player, Julian. What a player. We're hoping to get Julian on soon, actually. Be a nice little Q&A with Julian. Be nice to have him on. But listen, I don't think I'll be able to talk much, though. I think when Julian appears on the screen, I'll be like, I'll just go silly like this, like a beautiful woman on the screen or something, because Julian's like God to me. Get better refs. Scrap VAR. The best manager is Bilic. I will always remember when he was in tears after the final game of the bowling. Also, he took the cup seriously. Wouldn't stop VAR. I like it. It's the ref. Yeah, listen, this is when human beings have to make the decision. That is where there's still areas for corruption and stuff. Do you think we should be able to hear the refs speaking to each other? Yes, 100%. Someone put a good video out about Australia and, rugby referees and the football referees in Australia. You can hear everything they're saying. And yeah, why not? Why not, mate? They should be accountable for the decisions because there's so much money at stake. When we have VAR and we still get the wrong decisions, what's the point? Keep the goal line technology. Yeah, I personally would keep VAR, just need the rules tweaking slightly. I just hope that we have a good season and we don't do the same as the 16-17 season where we just have random players that we have sold a season later. My fear coming the end of the season, the final thought will be if we bought another striker, missed opportunity, fingers crossed I'm wrong. Yeah, mate, another one of them nearly moments, What could have been if, and also it's not just a striker. We've seen with the Soucek sort of scare this weekend, how light would our midfield have been for 3 games if Soucek wasn't there? Then you are thinking about what people were saying about paying Fornals in that CDM role, or you're bringing Mark back, and I thought Mark was awful when he come on against Fulham. So slow, he turns like a boat now, doesn't he? Like when he starts to turn Mark Noble, you start hearing like them big bloody Woolwich Ferry going round. So we're very light in centre midfield. I've met Julian a few times and got a bit tongue-tied. I I think the ref should be interviewed after the game to explain their decisions. Yep, I'm up for that. I'm all for that as well, mate. Definitely, yeah. They need to, they can't have anonymity. They've got to justify their decisions and, be questioned on them. The Jonathan Pearce, Motson, Gary Lineker, whatever should be able to question them on, so why did you make that decision, Dean, or why did you make that decision, Lee? Do you know what I mean? Pite's a great player, but needed to do it for longer to be a legend. Yeah, listen, he'll always be remembered, Dimmy, for that season because he was just, at the time, we had one of the best players in the world. But yeah, that's just the way it is. Jake's off. He's got to shoot for my show. Have a good night. Yep, have a good one, Jake. Please go and subscribe to Jake if you haven't already. The death threats to Mike Dean is harsh, but he should have known that this would happen, and this is what happens when they treat football like a reality TV show. You should try and get Jimmy Walker on. Didn't play many times for us, but was hilarious and has done a few West Ham channels. Yeah, I see him on a West Ham Fan TV. Friday, I was watching that Saturday morning. Very, very, very funny guy. Got some great stories. Very, very good guy. I like Jimmy as well. I did like Jimmy a lot. If Antonio isn't fit tomorrow, who would you play? I'd like to see Oda Beckham, mate. I'll be honest with you. He's ex-Man United. He's from their academy. He come to us because he wasn't getting game time, and it might be one of them written in the stars, what better place to announce yourself than coming on and scoring against them? Do you remember, again, he didn't go on and have the career that we thought, but do you remember Ashley Fletcher scored up there? I think, didn't he? I'm sure he scored against Manchester United in the league. And again, he was like another Man United Academy product, but obviously Ashley didn't go on and have a good career. But it's the sort of thing, where it's that little bit of want to prove a team wrong, with it, like, let me prove you wrong why you've let me go and stuff. Mike Dean should be relegated to the lower leagues for a couple of seasons, like you are already. He was good ref, wasn't he? But then he just went off the ball a bit. If Antonio isn't fit, the Ukraine Panland Iron Robin starts. I'm not watching. Yeah, I can't have Yarmolenko up front tomorrow. I can't. He's not mobile enough. He really ain't. I just can't deal with it. Maybe the snow will stop the game. What's the one signing you would love? For example, how Gio loves Danny Ings. Danny Ings would be a fantastic signing, mate. I'd be well up for that one. Realistic signing for West Ham. I do like that Adam Armstrong, but again, that's being a bit thingy. Do you know what I'd love? I'll tell you what, I'll give you one. It's another Southampton guy as well. James Ward-Prowse. What a player. What a player. What a player. I don't know how much he'd be worth, 35, 40 million. That man's free kicks are like a penalty. Like anything around that 35 yards out, around the 18-yard box, it's a goal. I'd be all over James Ward-Prowse. He would be a fantastic signing, wouldn't he? What a signing he would be. His corners are so good. And you think what he could do, putting on people like Rice's head and Bonner's head and Soucek's head. Yeah, so, a dream signing for me would be James Ward-Prowse. Yeah, and Ken Hammer says there, Ollie Watkins and Callum Wilson. Everybody seems to have a lot of sympathy for Mike Dean, but what about the thousands and thousands of friends he upsets? Not even an apology. 100%, mate. The guy thinks he's Ronaldo, does a 10,000 step overs and doesn't pass or shoot. He hasn't even got 5-star skills on FIFA. If Antonio doesn't start, I would play Bowen up top and Fredericks up on the right. Ward-Prowse unrealistic. Yeah, he's unrealistic. The question was a dream signing, and he would definitely be one of my dream signings if we could sign a player, because I just love a geezer that can take a free kick and has that technical ability. Let's think realistic then. Realistic signings. I wouldn't mind that Lookman, Loftus-Cheek, Barkley. I'm trying to think of other clubs that are down there that I would probably have a little look at. Wilson, like you say, Watkins. I'm trying to think other clubs. There's a few. Think we will Oh, sorry, I think we will win versus West Ham, but not confident. Cheers for joining the show, Herbert, mate. It's always nice to have opposition fans in. Yeah, good luck with the game tomorrow, mate. Yeah, I'm not confident West Ham will win, mate. I'll be honest with you. I would take Seville striker or Diego Costa. Yep, I like Diego. What positions do we need in the summer? Goalkeeper, centre midfield. Probably could need 2 if Rice and Soucek were to go. And a striker, mate, and maybe a left back as well. But yeah, there's a few positions if they really want to give him the tools to progress even further in the summer. Costa has that winning mentality that can get us at European football. I love Costa. Love it. Didn't love him when he played against us, but you could tell he's the sort of player West Ham fans would fall in love with. I think 100% Odebeku with a point to prove is better than a fatigued, patched up Mikel Antonio. Agree. If we do beat Man United and do get to quarterfinals, and would you rather be at home or away for the quarters? Home. I think I'd rather be at home. Just purely so the players don't have to travel. You know, it's just less mental fatigue. Yeah, and we do play quite well at home, don't we? This year, we played quite well at home. I'd rather have Yarmolenko than an unfit Antonio doing nothing. My system works perfectly for Lingard. He isn't going to make it at United, but West Ham are ideal. I'll ask you a question, Herbert, mate. What sort of price do you think we will get Jesse for if we were to go in for him in the summer? He looks good. You know, the Fulham game, he looked tired. I think it was a bit of adrenaline that got him through the Villa game. But, you know, I'm expecting big performances again. You know, he's got to have a good rest now until the Sheffield United game, which is on Monday night next week. So, yeah, I'm expecting big things from Jesse. I really am. The referee's away. Wordbark, you know, he didn't want to come to us and went up to Villa. No, I just like him as a player. I'm not saying in terms of actually signing him. I just liked him as a player. I think he's a good player. Wish I was shouting that at Dean. Have faith, my friend. Remember the Canio year. We were underdogs that year. Yeah, I remember, mate, that Manchester United team were the treble winning team. You know, that was a fantastic team. Schmeichels, Stam, you know, to name a few. Beckham, Giggs, Keane, Scholes, York, Cole, Sheringham, Solskjaer. Listen, we beat the best Manchester United team that day. Mr. Trick not putting an option to buy a deal, definitely. Here we go. Herbert's replied now. We are rubbish at selling at a max 17 to 20 million and at a push 23 million. And then I'll put it to you, West Ham guys. That's a great price for me. What about you guys? What do you think on the 23 million mark? I think that's a fantastic price. If Antonio was to get injured, that would end his season next week. How much of an effect do you think it would have on our league position? Oh, what if Antonio got injured? Massive, mate, massive. I think we'd actually have to go out and buy one of them free agents. You know, we would have to go and look at Diego Costa or someone like that then, because are we going to go the rest of the season with just Odebeku up front or Yarmolenko up front or play about and have Bowen up front? I wouldn't like to see that. And, you know, the fear I have now is if he does get injured, we're safe. You know, we're not going down. Point and we're mathematically safe. Would, you know, Sullivan and that think, all right, you know, we've done what we've got to do. We're safe. We're in the league. We've guaranteed our money. And they probably wouldn't sign no one anyway. They wouldn't really care. I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to go for about another 5 minutes, guys. I'm surprised how long it's gone on, actually. You guys see, you guys get the conversation going, and then you get me talking forever and ever and ever. I will say thank you to Andy and James again for coming on. It's been really, really good. And I know Amish Chat, I've got their one coming up at 8 o'clock, so obviously I do want to watch that as well. Mike Dean seems to get lots of sympathy from the media. What about the 300,000 West Ham fans would get an apology? 10 to 20 million for Lingard, only got a year left. Lower that. Bowen cost 20 million, so I think 25 million for Lingard is a bargain. The thing I put to you, what is the price that, let's say Jesse Lingard, you know, puts in performances like he did against Villa, another, what we got left of the season, 17 games. If he puts in 8 performances like that between now and the end of the season, and is, you know, sort of seen as the perfect part of the puzzle, 25 million is an absolute bargain for the final piece of a puzzle for me. And I think I'd be prepared to pay that. West Ham should go for Ivan Toney. Yeah, good player, mate. He has 28 goals in the Championship next to Ollie Watkins. Antonio is good, but doesn't guarantee 15 goals. I think that's the problem, isn't it, with Mikel? You know, he does well wherever he plays, but he's not a striker. Let's not forget that. He is not a striker. You know, he's not killer instinct. He's better when he's doesn't have to think. When he's clean from goal or when he has to think about it, you know, that's where he loses his composure a little bit. Like a good striker doesn't lose the composure. But I'm not slating him. I'm not slating Mikel. I'm just saying that a killer striker would be beneficial. We'll let you know come into the season. On his first match, that's a steal, but on a Fulham game, maybe not. He will only have a year on his contract, so it'll probably depend on what Jesse wants. Yeah, I've read that one, Peter, mate. Thanks for that comment. Anything else, guys? Anything else you want to talk about before I shoot off? Like I say, I really hope you guys, and please just give me a little bit of feedback on it. I really hope you're enjoying that. Since the turn of the year, my New Year's resolution was to get 3 videos out a week, you know, just so there's more content. And, you know, we're trying to put ourselves out there, really push for that 4,000 subscriber mark. And I hope you guys are enjoying the content I'm making. You know, I'm trying really hard to make some content for you guys. And I've enjoyed chatting to you guys, and I hope you guys are enjoying it too. That's the most important thing, that you guys are enjoying it. Maximum Villian goal would be 25 million. Any more, not worth it, especially at 28. If Moyes kept his team together and kept top 6 for the next... for the next 5 years and brought success and cups, would this be the new West Ham way? Yeah, mate. Definitely. You know, I've always said I'd like to be like Everton. Moyes is Everton. I've said that. You can go back, one of the first podcasts I ever done. I always go, why are we not like Everton? Why are we not like Leicester? Why are we not like Wolves? Why can we not, you know, push on and, you know, consistently hit those or challenge around that, you know, just that team that just sits out that Sky Sports top 6. And that's all I've ever wanted for us, you know, and hopefully, you know, it can happen for us now. Watkins would have been a cracking signing for us. Yeah, I'm a big fan. Big fan of Ollie. Do you think Declan will leave in season or 2? Could leave in the summer, mate. I hope he doesn't. My fear is of him having an absolute worldie of a Euros, and it won't just be Premier League clubs looking at him. It will be, you know, clubs on the continent looking at him. And again, I might be getting a bit ahead of myself, Barcelona, Real Madrid, etc. But if he has a worldie at the Euros, you know, puts on the level performances that he does for West Ham, there will be a lot more clubs looking at him than just yourselves, Chelsea, etc. He is a top player. I was saying Adam Armstrong, ASAP. Yeah, it did come out, didn't it, that Moyes is looking at him. Would not surprise me at all. You know, got a little bit, reminds me a little bit of Dean Ashton, a little bit faster than Dean Ashton, but, you know, that same sort of, you know, raw talent down there. We should have gone all out for Ollie Watkins, exactly what he need. Definitely. That Eze looks a fantastic player as well, doesn't he? Right, I'm going to wrap it up very, very soon, guys. Really enjoying the content. When there seems to be loads of West Ham channels popping up, keep plugging away, mate. Thanks, Andy, mate. I really enjoy coming on and talking about West Ham. Thanks a lot, mate. Good videos. Love watching you. Never miss. Thanks, mate. Cheers. Yeah, I just want to know where you guys lie with it, and I always put it out there to you guys, you know, in the comments or in the chat. Any ideas you want for videos, I'll do it. You know, it's very hard. I'm not as astute as Gonzo, should I say. You know, Gonzo's someone I really look up to in terms of his presenting, and, you know, how he just comes up with content every day is, you know, something to just admire. But yeah, if you guys want to help me out with content and, you know, got ideas for videos, or even want to send in some videos yourself, you know, of you talking about West Ham, I'd appreciate it, guys, definitely. In my opinion, that captaincy given probably keeps him for another year, at least a year or more. I hope so, mate. I hope so. You know, I love Dex. Declan's price will keep going up and up and up over the next few years. we need to hold our nerve. Yeah, definitely, mate. Definitely. I would love him to stay. This in a dream scenario is we get taken over soon, very soon, and he stays. You know, and the team's invested in properly, the scouting network, the training ground, whatever it needs, and we do enough to keep him there. But I think the longer that those guys stay there, like you say, mate, in terms of holding their nerve, I think will they see it as asset stripping? They sell him for 80 million, for example, and 50 million of that disappears. Oh, we tried. Oh, these loans come up. Oh, we're still being affected by COVID and and that's my fear with the Dex thing. Great picture, that one. I love that picture. Thanks for all the good stuff as always. Right, unless any comments come in the next minute, because I've been going on for 50 odd minutes here. I think I'll wrap it up there, guys. Yeah. So enjoy the game tomorrow. Hopefully, you know, we put on a performance to be proud of, whether we go out or go through. Hopefully it's a performance to be proud of. Me and Paul hopefully be back on Wednesday, where we'll talk about the game and build up to the Sheffield United game. But I will put a review out of the game either tomorrow night or Wednesday morning, probably. Hopefully it's a good one, you know, and I'm saying we're going into the quarterfinals. Yeah, until tomorrow, guys, as I say. Oh, one more question. If the owners really want to break in the top four, we need to keep these players and add to it to make others and not make others stronger. That's it, mate. Right, until next time, guys, come on, you irons. Keep believing. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Please hit the like button. Anyone in the chat that's right in the chat now. That's 34 views. So I should see 34 likes when I click this video off. Yeah, big thank you, guys. Cheers to Andy. Cheers to everyone in the chat. Cheers to James for coming on. Really appreciate it, guys. And don't be shy. You know, if you do want to come and have a chat to me, I think you can see. You know, I'm just a geezer from Benfleet. Do you know what I mean? I'm not a big person. You don't need to be scared. You don't need to come on camera if you don't want to. You know, you could just come on with your voice if you want to come on next time. Anyway, guys, come on, you eyes. Keep believing. Let's go.